Alright, so I'm going to try to ghetto rig it so that you can see a little bit of the gameplay. I'm going to start off with ducks, so you could kind of get warmed up. I like to do that. Before every arcade session or song or whatever, it's gonna ask you to tune. When you first start up the game, it's gonna tune your guitar, and then from there you just have to tune every time you play, which gets kind of annoying, but it just makes sure that your guitar is in optimal tuning.
3, 2, 1. Game start. Miss. 5 in a row. 11, 3. 10 in a row. Miss. 5 in a row. 10 in a row. 11, 7. Miss.
Alright, so that's pretty much the gist of that. So here, let me show you some of the technique challenges that they have. You have sustain, shifting, hammer-ons, slides, etc., etc. They open up as you get better and better, or as you use them in a song, they become available to you so you can practice it. So here, let me show you an easy one. Or, let me see. Damn, this is all gonna be okay. Hammer-ons and pull-offs. This is kind of a fun one. I've been trying to get better at this one. Before every technique, you're going to have an introduction. Like
These
this.
are hammer-ons and pull-offs. Hammer-ons and pull-offs are techniques used to easily play multiple notes in quick succession by minimizing the amount of picking. To play a hammer-on, after you play a note normally, quickly fret your next note without picking. If you fret hard and quick enough, that note's sound will be produced. The reverse of a hammer-on is a pull-off. To play a pull-off, prepare your fingers ahead of time by fretting both the notes you plan to play. After you play your first note normally, quickly lift your finger off. Play the string by pulling down and off with that finger. You are now ready to play hammer-ons and pull-offs. Try playing hammer-ons and pull-offs in the upcoming phrase. Great job! You're now ready to play the full technique challenge.
Anyways, as you play through the technique or the challenge, you're going to have your bars fill up. The higher they fill up, the more points you score. If it notices that you were struggling, kind of like how I was, the bars kind of go back down, and it adjusts to your skill. So the better that you do, the more difficult it gets, but if it sees that you kind of got ahead of yourself for some reason, it kind of brings it back down, and the next time you play, it'll be at that level. So it constantly adjusts itself to how you play until you kind of get a groove of it. So that's kind of it for the technique challenge. You have all the other ones. You have your sustains, which is the first one, shifting, hammer-ons, pull-offs, slides, bends, harmonics, palm mutes, tremolo, chord challenge, etc., etc., double stop, power chord, barcode, like all that good stuff. Then here's your list of songs. This one, Body Snatchers, you get with the pre-order. And then Freebird you also get with the pre-order. But this is pretty much, there's about 50 or so songs. You can find them online. Let me see, it has a Guitar Center partnership. You have your options. You have a tuner. So, and then here you go to Event Manager, and it'll show you the venue that you're performing at. This is, I think, the third venue that opens up to you. And as you perform it, you could go back and adjust the playlist to whatever you want. And then everything that says Rocksmith recommends is obviously what the software thinks you could perform sufficiently in. So if you want to kind of get ahead of yourself, or if you don't agree with its recommendations, you could obviously go back to main menu and do kind of what you want. But if you struggle, that might kind of screw you over in terms of your leveling. So I personally just go by what it recommends, and I just go from there. Okay, so I'm going to try Vaseline, even though I don't think I'm good at the combo yet. Might as well give it a shot. she at? Whatever. So that right there is completely new to me. So you will probably see me butcher that. Oh, okay. So, after the song's over, you rack up your points. It shows you event qualified. That's the minimum score you need to attain for you to be able to perform it, quote unquote, live in front of an audience. The higher you get to the 70,000 point score, that's kind of like what opens up more advanced levels of the song. Like I would probably, once I hit 70,000, I would get more of those bar chords, some more of those complicated chords that I didn't do at the end. Shows you your note accuracy, your longest streak, etc., etc. And then right here, this is kind of the playback. So if you struggle through the song, you can kind of play along with the playback and try to adjust your play and get better at it that way. Even though the song didn't call for any hammer-ons, I did that in this part. Maybe I just made it easier for me. Maybe I don't know if that's the proper way to play it. Next time I'll probably play it how I suggest. But you could get away with hammer-ons and some pull-offs depending as what stage of the song you're at. Even though it may not call for it, you can still, play it. See, and then it boosts up your score, where you're at. And then, for example, for slow hands, I need to play at least 10,000. The next song, about 19,000. Surf Hell, about 17,000. Etc., etc. That's about it, dude. Hopefully you get to pick it up. I have a lot of fun with it. If you haven't played in years, your fingers are going to hurt, but you probably know that. But I definitely recommend it. And if you hook it up the way that the software tells you to hook it up or recommends for you to hook it up, you probably won't have big problems with lag. If you say fuck it and you do it your own way, you may have problems, but again, it's not meant for however you want to hook it up. Hook it up as the game suggests, and then you'd be good to go. Alright, man?